Fix your eyes.
There we go. Welcome to the 36th meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. Please turn your cell phones completely off during this hearing. When addressing the commission, please remember to state and spell your name clearly and to speak into the microphones. So first, I do see we have some minutes to approve. Commissioners?
Motion to approve the April 10th amended agenda that has a regular and executive session minutes of the 13th meeting dated October 10th, 2024, and the regular minutes of the 16th meeting dated November 7th, 2024 for approval.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The minutes are approved. Going into public hearings, calling agenda item number 1, application number 24-01216 from MME Saigon Inc.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. James Lee representing MME, this Madam Saigon Inc., DBA Madam Saigon 1. Seated to my right is Miss President of the company, Kim Nguyen, Nguyen. And we don't really have anything to add to the previous report.
Ms. Harai.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to testify either for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners, any questions or a form of action? No.
Motion to approve application number 24-01216.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01216. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Agenda item application number 24-01216 is approved.
Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 2, application number 24-01485 from Bean About Town LLC.
Good afternoon, Chair and members of the Commission.
afternoon.
Authorized agent appearing on behalf of the applicant. To my right is Olivier Vetter, the sole member manager. I've given the spelling of his name to the hearings reporter prior to the commencement of today's hearing. We have received again investigator Cruz's report. Have no changes there.
Ms. Harai.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to testify either for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners, any questions or a form of action? No.
Motion to approve application number 24-01485.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01485. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 24-01485 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Going into special licenses. Calling. So if there is anyone present who wishes to provide testimony on agenda items number 3 through 21, you may do so now or wait until the agenda item is called. Calling agenda item number 3, application numbers 25-01793-1 through 25-01793-56 from Red Bar LLP.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christina O'Hara here on behalf of the applicant. And to my right is Ricardo Smith. Last name is spelled S-M-I-T-H. We don't have any corrections to the report as was supplemented today. They just added 1 date. And then at your leisure, I'm happy to address the request for the fee waiver.
So, okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, that was. So, Ms. O'Hara, currently in front of us, it looks like we only have your application, the first one for the number of days. I don't see the paperwork for the fee waiver at this time. I'm not sure if that was not added to the agenda or if there was something that was missed. I mean, we can take action, obviously, on the application numbers that we put out just now.
It was submitted together with my packet. I have a copy of it. Yeah.
It's not part of the uploaded board packet. We can place it on, for action on the agenda for the 24th.
So yeah, so currently the special for the reduction of fee is not actually on the uploaded board packet that we have in front on today's agenda published. So I mean, we can take action on the specials that you listed that we read up right now, but they would have to put your reduction in fee waiver request on the agenda for the 24th meeting. You want to do that, or would you rather? What would you like to do?
Well, no, I think we want the specials approved. It's just,
Okay.
I guess it's just junk because I'm gonna have to come back. and
Yeah, I mean, right now it's not in there, and so we can't actually put it on without having it uploaded to the board packet.
Yeah, and because there's only 3 commissioners in attendance, we cannot amend the agenda.
Amend the agenda as
Okay.
well.
Okay, then. we'll
Okay, so
do-
we'll move forward with
See you in a couple
the
weeks.
regular items, right?
Yes.
Okay, so again, we have agenda items number 3, applications number 25-01793-1 through 25-01793-56. Commissioners, any questions or a form of action?
No.
Make a motion to approve application numbers 25-01793-1 to 25-01793-56 inclusively.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve applications number 25-01793-1 through 25-01793-56 inclusively. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Applications number 25-01793-1 to 25-01793-56 are approved. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See
Sorry
you in a
about that.
couple weeks.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Okay, moving along to agenda item number 4, applications numbers 25-01844-1 to 25-01844-122 for the Burger Hub LLC, DBA the Burger Wing Hub.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. My name is Caitlin O'Connell on behalf of the Burger Wing Hub with member managed RJ Mijares.
All right,
Sorry, could you please spell your name for me? KAITLINNAKANO.
commissioners, any questions or a form of action? No question.
Motion to approve application numbers 25-01844-1 to 25-01844-122 inclusively.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve applications number 25-01844-1 to 25-01844-122 inclusively. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Applications number 25-01844-1 to 25-01844-122 are approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 5, application number 25-01855 from Lee Jardine Academy.
Aloha, good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Courtney Chow, COURTNEY CHOW, Executive Director of Advancement for Le Jardin Academy.
Ms. Chu, right? Or sorry,
Chow.
Chow, sorry, excuse me. Ms. Chow, can you walk us through your event, please?
Sure. This is an annual fundraising gala hosted by the school. It's typically held on our campus. This year will be at Bishop Museum. It is about an 8-year tradition. It represents approximately $250,000 in net revenue for our nonprofit program. We expect about 300 to 350 guests. The majority are parents of our students, as well as corporate supporters and partners of the organization. The mode of funding is tables, tickets, sponsorships, live and silent auction, and a paddle race. Beverages at this event, as well as food, are provided complimentary with tickets.
So this is the first time though you're doing it at
Bishop.
Bishop
This is the
Museum,
first time
correct?
we've been at Bishop.
Okay. So will you be banding the individuals at the bars, or will you be banding them when they enter into the area?
We typically don't band. We're in a restricted area at the museum. We do have a few minors participating in our program. We typically band the minors and have them escorted from their green room to the stage and back. All of the other attendees at the event are 21 years of age.
Okay. Commissioners, any other questions or a type of action?
Because the only concern I have is you're banding only the minors.
We band the minors with a minors band just to make sure that everyone who's a volunteer, who's not a staff member, knows who's a performer and who's not, so that they're kept behind the 21 and up area that dinner and alcohol are served in. The stage backs the front of the tent, which is right by the entrance from the halal. And
So
the
how
back.
do you ensure that they're gonna stay behind?
They're escorted by adult volunteers who are with them to transport them to site, and then they come back to their parents on campus.
The bulk are parents, you said.
Yes, yes, parents and corporate partners.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
an adult event.
Okay,
They're there
So-
for,
the minors won't be.
they're there for bells and whistles. They don't stay. They come onto stage, they
I see.
will leave, they come onto
It's
stage, they
students.
play jazz band, and
Yeah.
then they go home. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
good questions. Thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-01855.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01855. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 25-01855 is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 6. Application number 25-01879 for Roman Catholic Church in the state of Hawaii, DBA Roman Catholic Church in the state of Hawaii.
Thank you, Chair and members. Ryan Toyomura on behalf of the Roman Catholic Church in the state of Hawaii, last name Toyomura. To my right is the agent, Frank Doyle, Doyle. We have nothing, no changes or no further information other than any questions that you might have. Happy to answer.
Mr. Toyomura, can you walk us through your event?
Sure.
here? Thank you.
Chair, if you don't mind, I'll let Mr. Doyle, the agent who has.
That's fine.
Yep.
Thank you. Chair, members of the commission, this is our 17th annual event. It's all on our grounds at Mary Star of the Sea Church and Schools. We usually have maybe 17 to 18 food vendors. And then we have beer, wine, and a liquor served. We do this through the control of wristbands. Everybody coming onto the property receives a wristband, whether it's general admissions or our VIPs. And the people that are giving out the liquor or pouring the beer fully understand what's required. Everybody on the property will have a wristband so that they can know that, if there's any questions, they can ask to be quiet if that's necessary. We also have police presence always on the property, as well in our parking areas. And many of us are, even though we're there to enjoy the event, we also are there with open eyes. People, chairs of different committees, as well as school officials are there to help us out.
So if I understand you correctly, everyone will be wristband, whether they're going to be a regular participant or a VIP participant. And if someone distributing alcohol feels the urge to think someone's under 21, they're going to card them at that point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
These are, we have our wristbands that we have for everybody that comes on the premises. In fact, that's one of our control points. We don't want people, because there are multiple entrances, even though we steer people to the proper place to sign in and whatnot, and to get their tickets or buy their tickets. We don't want them crashing the event.
And the same process that you're explaining to us has been used for the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years at least.
Oh, at least more than that.
Okay. I have no other questions.
And how many uniform officers will you be having?
We usually have about 6.
6.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering with the size of
Yeah.
Yes.
the area plus 1,800
Yes, we usually have.
guests in it. Okay, thank you.
I have no other questions. A motion to approve application number 25-01879.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01879. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 25-01879 is approved. Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 7, applications number 25-01898-1 to 25-01898-30, Little Plum LLC.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chair, Commissioners. We could request also call out of order a request for a fee reduction.
Yeah, we'll do it right after.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it
will be taken
consecutive
up,
for you.
yes.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. We've reviewed the investigative report. We don't have an additional comment except the Manoa Neighborhood Board return receipt. We submitted that earlier this afternoon.
Commissioners, any other questions or form of
Should
action?
we get the name for the record?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My name is Adam Miller and appearing on behalf of the applicant. Dustin Grable to my right is the LLC manager. My apologies.
Commissioners, any questions or a final form of action?
I have no question.
No question.
Motion to approve application numbers 25-01898-1 to 25-01898-30 zero inclusively.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve applications number 25-01898-1 to 25-01898-30. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Applications number 25-01898-1 through 25-01898-30 are approved. Then we're going to be calling out of order agenda item number 18, which is request number 25-01953 from Little Plum LLC. You can make your appearances again, please.
Adam Miller appearing on behalf of the applicant alongside with LLC manager Dustin Grable. Afternoon.
Okay. So I do have a couple quick questions first. So, looking at this applications, right? This fee reduction thing was originally set up, right, for individuals with who have burned through their first or second temporary. I'm looking at the file, right, or the actually filing form. There was no temporaries used or taken. Is there a reason for that? Can you provide for us?
Yes, so client has 3 locations that are all located essentially next to each other in Manoa Marketplace. Sort of a historical accident that one of them had a previous license, the other 2 did not. So we've been fortunate to be able to use a temporary license at one of the locations. And pursuant to that temporary license is catered into the other locations to help alleviate costs. But all 3 applications were submitted roughly a year ago. We've been running off of a combination of temps and specials for a year, so costs have been adding up substantially. So we would ask for special relief under those circumstances.
See. I think that we have.
Yeah.
So, hold on 1 second. So the commission may go into an executive session for the following reasons. Pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute on 92-4 subsection on 94-5A4 to consult with the board's attorneys on questions and issues in a matter pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities, and retaining to agenda item number 18, request number 25-01953. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for this purpose.
So moved.
Second. Then moved and seconded, we're in executive session. Okay, thank you. We are now back from executive session. In an executive session, our discussions revolved around the policies and procedures that were put in place for this pilot program. In regards to agenda item number 18, request number 25-01953. So I'm going to open up the floor to commissioners for a type of action or discussion.
Sure. Yeah, Mr. Miller, so this is a pilot program. We just started recently, as you know, and we want to make sure we have that available to the licensees. The original intent of the pilot program was really to give relief in terms of the fees for licensees that go through 2 temps first and then into the specials. But in your case, in 2 of the locations, you didn't have temps, and we know why, because there was no previous license there. So we're gonna still have to review these on a case-by-case basis. We're still in a pilot program for this. I'm gonna make a motion to approve the reduction, but just know that after we take the training wheels off the pilot program, it may not be this case.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we don't expect to make this request again. I know we have preliminary hearings that are hopefully coming up in the next agenda. So
Yeah, I believe so.
thank you.
Second the motion.
Okay, motion has been moved and seconded to approve agenda item number,
Request.
It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01953. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Request number 25-01953 is approved. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 8, application number 25-019-001 to 25-019-0030, Restaurant Hope LLC.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chair, Commissioners. Adam Miller, on behalf of the applicant, along with Dustin Grable, the LLC manager.
And then quick question, this one too, right, needed the
Yeah.
Board of Commission approval, was that turned in already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was submitted earlier this afternoon.
Commissioners, any other type of questions or a form of action?
No. Motion to approve application numbers 25-01900-1 to 25-01900-30 inclusively.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01900-1 to 25-01900-30. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Applications number 25-01900-1 to 25-01900-30 inclusively are approved. Thank you. Following out of order, agenda item number 20, request number 25-01958 from Restaurant Hope LLC.
Afternoon, Adam Miller on behalf of the applicant, along with Dustin Grable, the LLC manager.
We went through this already, so I'm gonna make a motion to approve request number 25-01958.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01958. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Request number 25-01958 is approved. Again, we're gonna go out of order, I think, for one more item. You have agenda item number 11, application number 24-01987, Uncle Paul's Corner Store.
Afternoon, Adam Miller, appearing on behalf of the applicant, along with Dustin Grable, the LLC manager.
Let me get there, okay. Commissioners, any questions or a form of action for?
None.
Motion to approve application number 24-01987.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01987. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 24-01987 is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going back onto our normal agenda, calling agenda item number 9, application number 25-01929. Leo Lay. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Leole.
Okay. Some way I knew I was gonna have it wrong either way, so.
No, you were close. Rick Schneider, CEO of Vince International, representing Kuhuli Leo Lea.
Commissioner Schneider, can you walk us through your event, please?
Yeah, this is a yearly fundraising event, celebrating May Day. It's sort of family centric, about 1,000 people. Centered around Hawaiian entertainment and hula.
Commissioners, any questions or a form of action?
Seen this one come through before?
So you have no uniform officers, just hybrid security
Yeah,
guard?
hybrid security, five security officers. Usually Bishop Museum has one sheriff available on the exterior.
So just looking at the area, that's a sizable area.
Well, it's the main large lawn, which we've normally done major events there.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-01929.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01929. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 25-01929 is approved. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
On to preliminary hearings, moving on to agenda item number 10, application number 24-01054 from Three Peaks Brewing.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, Keith Kiyuchi for the applicant. We have no corrections or additions to the investigator's report.
Okay, commissioners, any questions or a form of action?
Motion to approve application number 24-01054.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-01054. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 24-01054 is approved.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 12. Application number 24-02482 from Fusion Cafe LLC.
Again, good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, Keith Kiyuchi for the applicant. I've read investigators Tan's report, and as of right now, Fusion in their premises does not have an operable kitchen because they don't have a wastewater permit despite having applied for it 10 months ago. So right now they're using the kitchen in Champs, and to kind of refresh your recollection, Champs originally was there. We extended the premises to Fusion. So Fusion's actually operating under Champs license right now. So they're going to use Champs kitchen until they get a wastewater permit.
So Mr. Kichi, when they if they finalize their wastewater permit, will they end up finalizing with like a health inspection card for a restaurant, or they will not?
They actually don't need a health inspection card for a restaurant because they're not cooking there.
Okay,
So that's what the difference is.
okay,
So they're not even able to cook there. They can, in fact, going back in my days when I was the developer for a sandwich chain, and I don't think they can even prep food there unless they get a restaurant permit. But they can't get a restaurant permit without an operable kitchen.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen. They're going to end up, using everything that Champs has.
okay, okay. So I guess ultimately for me, right, if this gets approved and goes through, I would probably want to see before the public hearing some type of menu or things like that, right? Because
can
we
do
have
that.
to determine whether or not, in our own view, it qualifies under the restaurant based on a usable type kitchen things, or whether
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to provide stuff, right? So make at least 30%, right?
No, that's reasonable. We'll do that. That's not a
So
problem.
that's gonna be my request if it gets approved. Yeah, so I have no other comments or questions.
So Mr. Kyuchi, is this as a comparable? Is it something like Mai Tais? Where they have no kitchen, but they serve, but they get the food from the neighboring restaurant?
Yeah, I don't know what Mai Tai's business model is, but give you an example on a client I represent. So Artistry over on Cook Street. Artistry has a 4 AM license, not a restaurant, but they serve food. But they don't cook on site, they cater everything in.
Mhm.
So this is kind of a a variation on that, except it's right next door, which is what the difference is. And their menu is actually different than Champs. Because Fusion was initially meant to be like a wine bar, so the type of food is different than Champs, and Champs is more like beer centric. So, but I think getting you guys the menu would probably go a long way to answering that, but you know, and then, but basically it's an off premise, kitchen. You know, that's what you got.
So it's not likely that they are ever gonna have kitchen facilities.
Well, it is, because that's really what they want to do, is they want to have the separate operable kitchen facility, because. The way this occurred is the opportunity came up. The owners of Champs decided to take the space. They were gonna operate the space and then eventually split it off and sell it. So they're gonna have to get the wastewater permit before they sell it. Yeah, because otherwise that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, will that occur before the public hearing in 8 weeks? Not likely, which is why I think the menu needs to be provided, and that's a good suggestion.
That way we can kind of make a choice as a group of four or five of us at that point, whether or not it might meet the requirement.
Right, no,
or
and
not, right?
if it doesn't, then we deal with it.
Gotta
at that
figure out
stage,
at
yeah.
that stage.
Because the restaurant license has two advantages. One is that you can cater out, and in this situation we're in with the backlog on licensing, that can help. The other advantages has is the employees don't have to get cards, server cards. So that's the only difference between the two. Now, the reason Champs has always wanted a restaurant license is because they were catering out.
Mhm.
So Fusion doesn't have the same business model, because in fact, at one time, Champs was the only one that had a catering going out to the Waikiki Aquarium. Now that has since stopped. The Waikiki Aquarium's done their own deal, but yeah.
I go along with Vice Chair's recommendation too.
Yeah. I agree, good suggestion. Okay. I can make a motion to approve application number 24-02482.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-02482. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 24-02482 is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Calling next agenda item number 13.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
You wanna like circle
Okay,
back
hold
to
on,
number
19.
19,
Okay, hold on.
the second Fuchi matter?
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't see yet.
Yes, Mr. Kyuchi out again.
Kiuchi, we're gonna call out of order. Hold on, let me get to it.
19.
Yeah, 19. Excuse me. Agenda item number 19, request number 25-01957 from Keith Kiuchi Esquire on behalf of Young Hugh Kim DBA.
So Keith Kyuchi on behalf of the applicant. So I represent the landlord at 87-108 Farrington Highway. That lease expired at the end of February. We terminated the lease. My client then found a new tenant who's going to operate not under an LLC or corp, but in an individual name. Now, technically, that license that was there is still active, but effectively, the lease was terminated on the 28th, and hence this request. Because it's more than 5 days. So it could be interpreted another way, but and that application is just about ready to submit. And I didn't want to take a chance that there will be an issue with the temp, because we're gonna have to ask for a temp for this.
Okay.
So, Mr. Kiuchi, so I know that you had said that, right, the place that was there, right, was it Tiger Market, Miley?
Yeah.
So like, the lease ended, right, but then I know it does say it's been put in safekeeping.
Right, correct.
For 1/2025, so.
Yeah.
Just, I mean. My statement is gonna be, I'm not against approving a opportunity to do the 5 days, but with it in safekeeping, if someone were to try to pull it back out. and try to go back in there, you know, you're gonna be stuck with a situation
Well,
of that situation,
well,
right? I'm just
yeah.
saying, right, even though you have the lease and the lease has been canceled, right? I mean, I guess the question might be,
What happened?
what happens with that? But would you be, I mean,
Well,
able to kind of contact whoever had that to see if they're willing to
so,
surrender?
okay, so the former lessee is represented by David Minkin of the McCormister firm, who I've had discussions with, so it wasn't like we had the sheriffs go take these guys out.
Mm.
But the other aspect, when they left, they got it the whole place,
Okay.
so there's nothing left. So even
The likelihood is low.
the
Yeah.
likelihood is really low. In fact, the landlord had me put in the lease that when this tenant leaves, they have to leave all of the FF&E.
Oh.
Because they got burned. You know,
Well, the
so
new tenant, you mean?
a new tenant
Oh.
has to do that now. And this may make you feel a little bit, the new tenant actually operates a liquor store in McKee.
Okay.
So she's got 12 years of experience. But yeah, it's kind of been painful because my client, the landlord actually resides in Oregon.
Mm.
So it's been kind of a painful process for them, so.
All right, I mean, that's just my comments.
No,
so- but
we'll
I-
make sure.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
Motion to approve request number 25-01957.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01957. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Request number 25-01957 is approved.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
All right, going back onto our regular agenda items, calling agenda item number 13. Application number, sorry about that.
it's all good.
Number 25-00810 from Curie LLC DBA Tonkatsu at Honolulu.
Good afternoon, Vice Chair, Commissioners. Leo Shimizu on behalf of Koryu LLC, DBA Tonkatsu at Honolulu. And LEO SHIMIZ.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions or a form of action? No question.
Motion to approve application number 25-00810.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00810. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Application number 25-00810 is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, calling agenda requests, agenda item number 14, request number 22-24327 from Red Lobster Hospitality LLC.
Afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Ms. Uriah, Robert Wheelk on behalf of Red Lobster Hospitality LLC. This matter was continued one time to this date. Respectfully asked for another continuance. We are still in the process of beginning the personal history matters. They're going through some corporate changes right now. We're requesting for June 12th if possible, or June 26th. We could have 2 months.
Do we need do we need a
Well,
action?
so we'll go ahead and schedule for June 12th.
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay, so we will reschedule this matter to June 12th.
Great, thank you.
Okay, there, when you go out of order, right?
Yeah.
17 is you two, right? Okay, let's go on to that. Calling out of order, other business agenda item number 17, request number 25-01771 from Robert Uyoka on behalf of X Plus LLC.
Robert Wheelk on behalf of X Plus LLC. This matter is moot. We did get the license issued on April 7th, so we request no action on this matter.
Okay. So,
Yeah, no action. Commission
okay,
needed.
no action needed. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, going back onto our regular agenda, calling agenda item number 15. On request number 25-00776, Uncles at Pearl Ridge LLC.
Close.
Okay, well, we'll try to circle back around after we get through the remaining couple items. Okay, going on to agenda item number 16, request number 25-01526 from Threadfin Bistro LLC, DBA Threadfin Bistro Restaurants.
Good afternoon, Commissioner Jason Kyoto, owner of Threadfin Bistro.
Okay. So this is a increase of premise request. Okay, so currently, right, everything that we went through it is correct on the report that was submitted now, correct? Yeah. Okay. So basically, right, you guys basically took over the like corner side next to it, right? To
Yeah, just
add a
that
dining
kitchen
room
space.
or additional dining space, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And there's no entrance into that section except through your current footprint, correct?
No, there's a entrance.
Okay,
Yes, on the top. Yeah.
okay. So you're gonna use that entrance as well as your other entrance for both areas, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions personally. Okay.
Motion to approve request number 25-01526.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01526. Any objections or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. Request number 25-01526 is approved.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. What we'll do is because 15 was toward the end, why don't we do 21 and 22? And then before we gavel out, we'll call back 15 and see if somebody shows up. So why don't we go to other business, agenda item number 21, liquor administrative matters.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Sal Patilas, Administrator, Honolulu Liquor Commission. I'd like to start with a PSA and remind everybody that there is no meeting on the 17th. Okay, that's my good deed for the day. I just want to let you know that there's a potential commissioner going through the process right now. The appointment has been submitted to the City Council for the advice and consent portion of the appointment. The first hearing will be next week on the 16th. And the third hearing will be on May 14th. And hopefully we'll have a 5-member commission on the meeting on the 15th. Although there will, all things considered, it'll all be 4 because Commissioner Hollinger won't be here. It's his birthday.
Where you going?
I don't know yet. It's a surprise. I was told it's a surprise. Can you take off? Yes, I will.
Okay. Additionally, I told you about the fact about the need to report to the U.S. District Court about the things that we're doing with regard to the recommendations of the system review. So I forwarded the report of the progress that we're having, the changes in operations to both the U.S. District Court and the plaintiffs this week. And also based upon the settlement agreement, I'll reach out to the plaintiffs next week and schedule a meeting if they have any questions about our progress, so we can have face to face, and they're well advised of where we are in the process. I think we talked about the need to send out a notice that the Honolulu Liquor Commission will be starting a body worn camera program. It's slated for May 1st. I know that we have meetings, we're gonna have some meetings with CORE to discuss some their experience with body worn cameras in representing HPD. So I'm looking forward to that, but I just wanted to know that, yes, the announcement will go out. And basically it says that, we're gonna start the program on the 15th. Our enforcement investigators will be wearing polo shirts with the emblem of the Honolulu Liquor Commission on it, with their names as well as their positions, so that people know that they're employees of the Liquor Commission, that they have the authority to be in that location. And so I think, and also on the
when we have the symposium on the 29th. One of the agenda items will be Chief Investigator Secretary talking about the body worn cameras. Also, I want to let you know that I think we finalized a process to deal with applications that have lain fallow, so to speak, that have not been, I hate to use the term, but it's what I'm used to, but have not been prosecuted diligently. And so I think we've done the process. I think we've come up with a solution that we can move forward with. So at this point, I'd like to request a process and procedures agenda item for the 27th, so that we can present. Hopefully I'm not writing a check that I can't cash. But my intent is to make a presentation at that time about the process that we come up with.
The 24th.
Of this month.
Okay, so if we can add the process and procedure onto the agenda item for the 24th.
And with that, I'm open to questions.
So the only question or comment I'm going to make is I do think, since we've kind of been going through this pilot program with these first and second temps, we are going to take a little bit of a look on how we may need to tweak that once we pass the pilot program, because we do have some situations that we're looking at now that has not been part of the first and second temps. And so we are going to need to figure ways to better catch those before they come through the system in a sense, right? Because that was never what the process was set for, but I think we've got to figure that out as we move through the process. I guess I wanted to give you a notice that we're probably going to look at that.
I think it was always understood that the commission may expand the program once they became comfortable with the process, and I'm more than happy to talk about what the process will look like, so we can identify things like what happened today, whether or not they had the ability to do that, to use temporary versus not be able to use them. So I think that makes sense, and we should take those instances into consideration as you move forward with this and go beyond the pilot.
I have no other questions or comments. Okay, so thank you. Mr. Petito. I'm gonna call back agenda item number 15. Request number 25-00767 from Uncles at Pearl Ridge LLC. Okay, so I guess if we can put that back on the next available agenda item so that they have a chance to come back. Going to agenda item number 2, Liquor Commission announcements. Any announcements? Besides, I will not be